Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm doing this video. I'm going to do this video because I think it's important that I do this video. I think, what should I call this? And I don't care who I upset because it's not judging nobody. It's a safety issue, what I want to talk about. These motorcycle bloggers, motor vloggers, these sport bike riders, giving misinformation, because that's a fact. It's misinformation. We're going to get into that. Misinformation about motorcycle riding safety out here on the roads. It's pure misinformation. These channels, actually, it comes under if you think about it, the Department of Transportation. What the Department of Transportation throughout the United States that make these laws, these traffic laws, they need to start flagging these motor vloggers. And the reason why I feel that way, okay, if you, and this has happened to a lot of people, if you come on YouTube and you start giving misinformation, and what I say about misinformation, it's not about your opinion. It's about research, scientific studies through people that have degrees in medicine. If you start giving misinformation about COVID, YouTube will flag your channel because it violates CDC, Center for Disease Control. COVID, YouTube has a policy now. They will strike your channel. Did you all know that? There have been channels that have been struck. They will strike your channel. They need to start doing that to these motor vloggers. And I'm going to get into that. The Department of Transportation, the DOT, the governing bodies that, as far as motorcycle safety, highway safety, road safety, that's a federal these are federal mandates. Okay, I watched the video. I'm going to make a point here. I watched the video of this motor vlogger. He rides sport bikes, okay? I can't think of his, I can't even think of his name, but it's quite a few of them. And see, the only thing they care about, those motor vloggers don't give a F about you or your safety. It's about making money. It's about getting that YouTube hit to make them dollars. Because when you have a channel that's got 400,000 subs, trust me, they making money. If it's monetized, they making buku. They're making buku money off of misinformation. That's the only thing they care about is making that living. Now, this motor vlogger, he did a video, and he's on a highway. He's on a highway, flying. You know how they ride. I mean, he is flying. He don't have no mirrors. He don't have no effing mirrors on that bike. That's a safety violation. He don't have no DOT mirrors on that motorcycle. And he said the reason why is because he don't use mirrors. What? You're riding a motorcycle. Dude, you're riding a motorcycle on the street and you're speeding, and you're not going to use no mirrors. You're going to just be turning your head. And I'm looking at that video, and I'm sitting there, and I'm starting to actually get afraid, because I'm like, oh my God, you turning your head to look to see what's on the side of you. You basically are blind. He's moving at 110 miles an hour or 100 plus. He's turning his head to see what's on the side of him. In the meantime, there could be a car on this side coming into his lane. And the point I try to make is the time that you took 3 to 7 seconds to turn your head. There could be a car on your right or your left merging, and between them split 2-3 seconds, that car is directly in front of you. You've got your head turned this way or that way, and look how many feet you have moved. For instance, if you're riding at 60 miles an hour, how many feet per second is that? Now, you calculate that time that you got to turn your effing head because you don't use mirrors. You're dead. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be a dead man. And, of course, I've been saying this since I created this channel. Followers, stop following other people and do your own research. Because the only thing these bloggers care about is generating revenue. I am subscribed to people that are deceased now, that are dead. They are no longer living, and their channels are still pumping. It's eerie in a way. I know four former YouTubers. They're deceased, not from an accident, from a disease. They died, and you can. I still have them subscribed to. I still subscribe to them in their memory. You know, they were good people, but they're deceased. But the point I'm trying to make is, you being a follower of this blogger, this motor vlogger, he's giving you dangerous misinformation that could get you killed, cost you your life. Here's another example. There's another motor vlogger. He's riding a GSX-R. He's doing 90 plus miles an hour. He has mirrors, but he don't use them. Now you make that make sense. He's an experienced rider, but I don't use mirrors because they're blind spots. And I'm thinking then, you know what? He gonna meet his end. He gonna meet his end riding like that. There's no such thing as a blind spot if you know how to use mirrors. You adjust your body, you adjust your posture, you lean forward, you lean your head forward. The advantage of that is you're not taking your eyes off the road to have to lean forward. If you lean forward and you look in your mirrors, the blind spot is gone. See, I just debunked your whole video right there, dude. I'm not gonna try to remember who he was, but you research. Go to YouTube and pull up. Type something in. They'll start coming up. Dangerous. I always type dangerous sport bike riders. Man, you should see the stuff that's on here. When I type in dangerous sport bike riders, people people start popping up. These channels will pop up. These channels will pop up like you wouldn't believe. Or type in sport bike riders. You should see the channels of misinformation that these so-called experienced riders be telling people. The only thing they know how to do is go fast in a straight line. I don't see them doing no emergency braking. They don't teach none of that. How to get stopped. How to get a motorcycle stopped quickly in an emergency, in a dire situation. Instead of laying the bike down. Like somebody suggested, oh, I had to lay the bike down. So you crashed. You deliberately crashed yourself to avoid a crash. Really? Really? You crashed to avoid a crash. Now you make that make sense. There's a motor vlogger on here. He's deceased. He laid a bike down right under a 18-wheeler's drive wheels, of all places. He got wedged between the 18-wheeler's drives as the truck was making its turn. The guy that had the video up, he made the statement there was nothing he could do. Guess what his excuse was? Well, it happened so fast, it was nothing that the guy could do. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. I played that video back many times. You could see the whole thing playing out. When I slowed it down, when I let it go full speed, the rider that's deceased, the rider, first of all, a fact, he was speeding. The guy in the video, he has the video disabled, but he disabled the comments, but he didn't take the video down. He has the video up. Why does he have the video up? To get them YouTube hits. He's making money. He's making money off of a deceased person, is what he's doing. In the video, the guys is coming up the road. They come around a slight bend. There's an 18-wheeler gonna make a left turn. He's coming in the opposite direction. He never slows down to see what this truck is going to do. You always assume that the person doesn't see you. You have to ride like that. You always assume that the person doesn't see you. What I mean by that, they not paying attention. They not paying attention to what's around them, or even what's in front of them. The truck stops. Then the truck starts to ease in front of him. He still ain't reacted. The rider. See? Having the attitude that you have the right of way and you're not practicing defensive driving. Oh, I have the right of way. Oh, yeah, well, you're dead now. God rest his soul. He's dead now. He's coming up Never even hit his brakes. Never even hit his brakes. He lays the bike down because the truck turned in front of him. He lays the bike down under the tractor trailer's drives. It's very graphic. It's very graphic. He's under the truck's wedged between the truck's drives and the truck. That 18-wheeler and the trailer is on top of him. And he's still alive, trying to get himself from under them wheels. Being crushed up like that. But this vlogger, get back to him. He's riding he has mirrors, and he says, "I don't use the mirrors because of the blind spots. There are no blind spots." You're on a sport bike, dude. You're on a sport bike. A sport bike's posture, riding position, is leaning. You're leaning down. The way the bike is made. If you adjust your mirrors, if you properly adjust your mirrors, you should be seeing 2 lanes of traffic on both ends of you, where you can look this way, you could cut your eye this way, you could cut your eyes this way, to the left and the right. I can ride a bike, I can ride a motorcycle where when I look to my left mirror, I can see 2 lanes. I can see what's directly on the side of me, what's directly halfway behind me. I can see 2 car lengths on the side of me and behind me in both lanes. That tells me right there, you don't know what you're doing. But you will say you do based off of your YouTube count. And if you have been riding like that for years, you consider yourself very lucky. But I think YouTube needs to do a policy, a terms of service. If you put up a video that's misinformation about motorcycle, highway safety, riding 2 wheels, we're going to strike your channel. I think they should. It comes under federal law. How you gonna go flying down the how you gonna fly down the highway like that? But I think they should. They should start striking these channels. You're giving misinformation when it comes to highway safety. Proven fact. That's a proven fact. I drive a semi-truck. In my years, I've been driving over 10 years, a semi-truck. I do it. What I do is I do logistics. I've been doing this over 10 years, haven't hit nobody yet. When I'm in that 18-wheeler and a car will come up onto the side of me, I'm pulling a 53-foot trailer, I'll see the car coming. And as the car's starting to disappear, which 18-wheelers do have they do have a blind spot. As the car's starting to disappear, you know what I do? I do this. I'm still paying attention to where I'm going. I simply lean up in the chair, and then when I look at that mirror, that car is there. The blind spot is gone. I have to compensate my body physically to it's a physics. When I no longer can see that car or just see that car wheels, I do this, the car will come into view. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. There's no excuse for you 18 wheelers running over a car because he was in my blind spot. Well, no, it's a physical job. You do this, you can see that car now. If you have your mirrors in that 18 wheeler adjusted properly, you can now see that car. Same with the sport bike rider. The car is coming up and the car seems like it's not there. If you do this on that motorcycle, you should be able to see that car and what's directly behind you. Instead of you having to do this. How many seconds does it take me? How many seconds am I losing? How many seconds am I losing by doing this to see what's on the side of me? And keep in mind, I'm doing 60 miles an hour or more, or I'm speeding. Now I done turned my head away from what's in front of me. He says he rides like that. Don't figure. Don't figure. But I'm going to leave y'all with this. YouTube needs to start cracking down on these motor vloggers giving very proven dangerous misinformation to the public when it comes to motorcycle riding safety. They need to start striking these channels. And it ain't about your opinion. It's a fact. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.